Hi, guys. Merry Christmas, or it's just around the corner. Welcome to Weekly Travel Updates. I am Melinda Fargus and I own Action Travel. Um, and this is a very special week. Actually, between now and the end of the year is pretty special. This week, my new in laws and my son and his new bride, we are going to Beach Mountain this weekend. So, while you won't see me skiing, you will see me enjoying the snow and seeing the sunshine and the family. Okay. That being said, see right here where it says Thursday and Friday only, book by appointment only. You guys, we're so busy. I had to turn away people this week and this weekend because I was in the middle of an appointment that we had scheduled. So I'm trying to be respectful of. Sorry. Okay. First things first. Did you hear about the cruise ship that crashed? It crashed into the dock in Hamburg, Germany. And it's the Aida Vita cruise ship. It happened earlier and it they said it was a technical error. We're running ships, these big 225 ton vessels, and we are running them with technology, which in this case failed. Nobody was hurt, but there is extensive damage. And she was finishing a 26-day voyage, and she was to leave that same day on a excuse me on another sailing through the Med, 42 days long. Well, if you look at the back of the hull, let's say this is the back of the hull, there's a crack right here. I mean, it looks to be 4 or 5 feet in length, and they will not let them set sail. So the passengers who were on board are disembarking as they were going to, and the passengers who were to start their long sailing for Christmas and New Year's, it is delayed. We're not sure how long. I'll let you know as I do. Okay. Lots of new ships this week. So I'm going to mention them here and then we'll jump to something else. This week, the MSC Seascape was named and had her naming ceremony in New York by none other than Sophia Loren. And she has named and been the godmother of 17 MSC cruises or cruise ships. So, how many of you remember me telling you when the pandemic started and as things progressed, MSC was going to be a player? They're here to be a player. 17 ships, they're here to be a player. So, the MSC Seascape will be the newest ship and it will sail round trip from New York. There are 2 other ships sailing round trip from Miami. Wonder of the Seas. Wonder of the Seas was named officially this week, and it was a unique way that Royal Caribbean did it. They put a request out on TikTok for who should be the Wonder Mom and let that person be the godmother of the ship. Well, naturally, they got tons and tons of responses, and it was one of the moms. They actually took several moms, and they officially made her the godmother of the brand new ship, Wonder of the Seas. Is that wild or what? Then the Brilliant Lady, which is Virgin Voyages' brand new ship. Now, Virgin Voyages, we've talked only a little bit about, but I was in a 1-hour webinar with them this week, and wow, what things they have. They've been voted best food, Excellent entertainment. It's just a different style, and we'll have to talk about it. It's an adult only cruise, and it's not sex in your face everywhere. But if you're interested in hearing more about an adults only, mainly inclusive cruise, then reach out to me. It's really hitting the millennial mark and the Gen Z mark. It is exactly what they're looking for. Um, all kinds of details. I'll cover that later, but right now, or not today, but another time. But right now, let me tell you the other ship was the Viking Neptune that was named this week. And the Viking Neptune is their newest and their third ship that is hydrogen fueled. So it's called Hydromatic. It'll have 930 passengers, and it is to do Mediterranean sailing now, but it was built to do world cruises, just like some of these others that we've seen recently that have sold out. This is not a large ship, so it will sell out. Anyway, those are the updates on cruising. And now I have to tell you about the Belize family. I drop it in the comments, please, if you had heard this. Mickey, you have to stay up here. I wanted to show you off my Mickey Nutcracker. I was going to take him to the office and sell him. And, well, I haven't decided yet. But if a Mickey Nutcracker would make your Christmas, then reach out to me because, well, he is for sale. Okay. Is that right there? Okay. Serious note. A family from Colorado went to Belize. They were on a cruise ship and they got off for the day's excursion. They're thinking a beach day. They did not book an excursion from the ship. And they had an 8-year-old, their youngest, and their child, and I'm not sure how old the second child was. And the 8-year-old found the trip he wanted to go on. Dad, I want to do the monkey sanctuary and horseback riding. And lo and behold, they did. The bad thing was they did not make it to the monkey sanctuary. On the horseback ride, the 8-year-old somehow was entangled in the horse reins and was drug on the ground. And the reports are too hard to believe. So I'll tell you, I saw one report that said he was drugged for several minutes on his back. I read another report that said he was drugged for 2 miles by this horse. A motor vehicle had to drive and get ahead of the horse, and somebody physically had to get out and stop the horse. The boy was then taken to a Belize hospital. However, Belize is not, they're not capable of the type of medical attention this child would need. He had 3rd-degree burns on his back from being drugged across a very rugged terrain. And this was a local vendor, and they did not offer or provide helmets. It's now to be known that it's an unlicensed vendor. And what are you going to do with a local person who has a small farm and a few horses, and they do this on the side to make money? No license, no anything, no insurance. They started a GoFundMe page because he needed to be airlifted from Belize. And I don't know if you've looked at those numbers before, but to be airlifted is about $50,000. And the last one that I was involved in was about $30,000. So That's a huge jump, but they were going from Belize all the way to Colorado. They put up the GoFundMe page, and I'm happy and thrilled to say that they succeeded in raising more than $63,000. It's going to be a long road for this family. And for this 8-year-old, I ask you to keep them in your prayers. It'll be an unusual Christmas for this family. I'm sharing it not only for the headlines that you've probably seen in travel blogs and cruise blogs and such, but I'm telling you this because they had no travel insurance. And guys, this day and time, to take kids on a trip without travel insurance is just not, I just won't even sell you a trip if you won't take the travel insurance. We can buy the very basics because inevitably you see somebody slip by the pool or trip down steps or fall in or out of an elevator. You see all kinds of things. And this family, the cruise line got behind them. The land vendors in Belize got behind them when they found out there was no insurance on the vendor or the family. And it was challenging, but it looks like they have it under control. And I'm sure as other cruise creators and travel vloggers are promoting it as well, it will continue to be a success for them. Keep them in your keep them in your prayers. Another strange occurrence this week before I get to Vegas and Disney was a couple got put off, and the headline said a baby was put off a cruise ship in Africa. Not quite exactly right, but I'm sure it made for good headlines. A family was put off after 2 days on a Princess ship, and it was a transatlantic sailing for Christmas and New Year's. And they left, and one of the ports were the Canary Islands. And they were contacted prior to getting off in the port and were told that they had to disembark, that their child was not old enough to sail on Princess. Many cruise lines have restrictions, and one of them is that they have to be 12 years old. Princess specifically, it's in your cruise contract. You have to be 12 years old, 12 months old. Aren't you glad we do lives? It's just for a little comic relief here. They have to be 12 months old, and they reached out to Princess headquarters. You know, this was a business decision from high up, and there is no coverage. So should something happen to that infant while they were on this 14-day trip, they could be sued for millions because there is no coverage for them. Now, that doesn't say the couple didn't have coverage, but the cruise line itself will not allow it. So they were turned away, and they're getting lots of flack. Princess should have caught this on day one. They should have never let them boarded the ship. All those things are true. You've probably sailed out of the US, and this is a sailing that originated in Europe, and the way that they do things and the protocols that they have are different. They're just different. And so woulda, shoulda, coulda, it happens. I would love to know your opinion. And what do you think? The final bell was nope, they cannot go. All right. Las Vegas. I'm going to start there first. Ooh, it is suffering and the prices are low. Now, their convention months, the fall seems to be okay, but they are reaching out to agents and saying, who can you send our way? Because it's just really slowing down. Now, you know, I don't know what your feelings are. I've got a family who's taking their 21-year-old to celebrate in May, and they're doing it up. 2-bedroom, panoramic view over the strip. They're doing it right. But there are also packages that are around $1,000 for two: airfare, hotel taxes, and air taxes. Everything else is on you, but that's a really good deal. There are hotels that are going down. There are hotels that are going up. The Mirage has been sold again, and now sold to Hard Rock. So tell me in the comments if you remember Hard Rock being right across from the airport. As you left, you could see the Hard Rock Hotel with the big guitar. Well, the plans are that in place of the Mirage, in place where the volcano is, they're going to have a hotel shaped like a guitar, much like they do the Hard Rock in Orlando. If you're not familiar with it, looks cool. But there is an outcry from residents of Las Vegas who say, don't get rid of the iconic volcano. It was back in, let me see my notes. It was back in 89 that they added 120 flame boosters around the volcano for dramatic effect. And the Mirage was the very first high rise in Las Vegas. And it's been around so long that the residents are going to social media, and it's called Save the Volcano. Look, just Google Vegas, Save the Volcano. And does it make a difference to you? Good gracious, there's lots changes. When you could see that there were gaps in Las Vegas where like nothing happened, and then the last 8 years, it has been like on steroids. Really changes. Anyway, let me know. I've got extra tips for Vegas if you are headed that way. Now, Disney. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me tell you the good things that are going on. Disney is adding new experiences. They're opening up, like Tron, the roller coaster that is huge. They've been doing light shows on its it's not the roof, it's just they have data boards that surround the Tron roller coaster, and they can throw light shows on them. It is very cool. They've already been doing some of the light shows, but it's supposed to open in spring of 23. Then you're going to get your favorite purple dragon at Disney because Figman is going to join Disney in 2023. Both a show as well as you might be able to walk around and get your picture made with him. And then the next new thing is at the Haunted Mansion, the Hats Off character. He's already been in Disneyland in California for some years, but he too is going to become a character walking around near the Haunted Mansion and Liberty Square. Okay, some of the things not so good. The Journey of Moana. It is causing a lot of construction all around the Polynesian and a few other areas. So just to let you know, it is now delayed and not going to be open until late 2023. Then the Epcot Festival area. Now, it was supposed to be 2023 and offer all kinds of concert venues. Well, now it has also been delayed, and it is expected again late 2023. So, guess what? The Happily Ever After show is coming back to Disney in 2023. Now, we're guessing, no hard facts yet, but we're guessing that when the Walt Disney World's 50th birthday anniversary ends, which is March 31st, then Disney will be in full speed for their 100th anniversary, Disney's 100th anniversary. And we think that's when the Happily Ever After show is going to come back with the fireworks and the light show on the castle. A lot of people were disappointed that had changed this year, but it looks like it's coming back quickly. Epcot also has a new light show and laser show that is going to be in the Epcot Center only. Now, if it's a light and laser show, surely you can see it from other parks, but it sounds to me like you need to be in Epcot if this is what you want to see. And did you know that in this event, I found out, I had seen it on some confirmations, but did you know every Disney deluxe property allows you to have 2 extra hours in the evening in Disney after the park closes? Well, if there are light shows and events that you want to see and you don't want to rush right out, that's a great way to do it. And then you could be in line for some of those late night rides. Okay, 1 or 2 more things I just have to tell you about. The JP Morgan had a statement this week. And do you want to know who do you think is the cruise line that they recommend? If you're going to buy cruise stocks, who do you think? I got to look and see if there are comments. I want you guys to comment. Who do you think? Who do you think Royal Caribbean, NCL, Norwegian Cruise Line, or Carnival? Who do you think is the best stock to buy? Okay, I'm going to tell you. It is Norwegian. All right, guys, I've been, throwing out these stock prices every now and then, not every week. I watch them weekly, but I was really surprised. On Friday, stocks were up. Today, stocks were just a little bit down. And here's what they were today. Carnival closed at $8.87, just a few points down, but within dollars of what we've been watching them be at for months. Royal Caribbean closed at $56.21. Now, go back and watch a weekly travel update, say in August. I think that these stocks were in the $30 range, 30, 32, and it hovered over there for a good time, and then it's just gone up and up and up and up. And then Norwegian is at $15.34 per share. Now, Norwegian has their lowest was $8 and something. Their highest that I've seen went up to about 17. So there hasn't been great shifts like you see in Royal Caribbean, but JP Morgan's saying that's the stock to buy. And the reason why they're saying that is because Norwegian has said, we're not going to reduce price. The demand is there and our products are unique. And so rather than reduce pricing, they are including free air, free internet, and free beverage package, and sometimes free excursion dollars when you're sailing. So I don't know. It's the reason you need to talk to a travel agent to make sure you're choosing the right ship and the right sailing for you, because everybody's different. Okay. Royal Caribbean's world's new largest ship at sea hit the water. And it's the largest because it is 250,000 gross tons a mere 13,000 more gross tons than the current largest ship in the world, which is also a Royal Caribbean ship. So Wonder of the Seas is it, and it's in the market for you now. There were several people unhappy about sailings on Carnival for next fall, and that's because their newest ship delivery, the Jubilee, has been delayed, and it's delayed for 2 months. It was supposed to set sail in October, and it now will set sail for a Christmas sailing out of Galveston on December 23rd. If that's too far away for you to plan, I'll tell you a secret. We've got a group sailing on March 9th out of Charleston. I'm not personally going, but I can share the group rates with you. And you'll get group perks as well. So the best deal right now on a 5-day sailing out of Charleston is $1,134 for 2 people. And if that interests you, reach out to me. You get a $25 onboard credit. Well, it depends on the group size, the other perks that you get, but there are other group perks that everybody on the sailing that we book will be getting. Last but not least, the Jewel of the Sea came back from Canada, and now it's out of Port Canaveral. I tell you that, why? It's not a new ship, and on their older ships, they're offering great values. And out of Port Canaveral, it does unique itineraries, even Southern Caribbean. So 3 to 8 night sailings out of Port Canaveral with 2 other sister ships in Port Canaveral. It allows the Jewel of the Seas to do unique sailings through the winter. So if you're looking for a deal, just call me 336-222-TRIP or read this. I need for you to remember I'm only available Thursday and Friday this week, and because I don't want people to be upset, you have to book a calendar, book an appointment. I'm then happy to give you my full attention. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Ciao.